we all wish to have high-end luxurious houses like the ones we see in magazines or on social media. And although you might think that this will cost you a fortune to achieve, this is not true, because you can make some simple changes that will have a huge impact on your interior. If you're new here, I'm Chloe Khouri, interior architect student, and in this video I will be giving you 13 secrets to help you make your home look expensive. Tip number 1, lighting. As discussed in my previous videos, it is very important to have the perfect lighting because lighting has the most powerful impact on your interior. So when thinking about high-end, luxurious houses, think about replacing and upgrading your old lighting fixtures. Also, make sure that the color temperature is the perfect one for your atmosphere and style. As a final tip about lighting, make sure to have the 3 lighting types: ambient lighting, desk lighting, and accent lighting, and that at different levels. If you wish to know more about lighting, I will be linking my previous video in the description box below. Make sure to check it. Tip number 2, use wall moldings and wallpapers. It is very well known that interior architects love to use walls for different purposes, and one of them is to create focal points. Effectively, when creating a focal point, your eyes will be drawn directly to this section, and this section will stand amongst all the other details of the house. Having a white blank wall will never give you the high-end luxurious look. That's why we always recommend to use wall moldings that you can do by yourself at home. And if you're not willing to use wall moldings, you can always opt for a colorful wallpaper that will give attitude to your place. Tip number 3, use large throw pillows everywhere. This is a detail that you might have missed, but in each picture of a luxurious living room or bedroom, you can see a large amount of throw pillows in different shapes and different sizes. Throw pillows will add character to your home, making a high-end look and adding texture and pattern to your house. Tip number 4, always choose neutrals. When going for a high-end luxurious look, it is very important to stick to neutral colors because they are timeless and easy to work with. And by neutrals, I don't necessarily mean the cold neutrals such as white or beige, but I mean also the dark neutrals such as dark gray, brown, charcoal, black, burgundy, or navy blue. Tip number 5, use big mirrors. Mirrors, as known, have a great impact on your interior as they will reflect as much light as possible into your space, and by that they will add brightness, energy, and dimension to your house. Also, mirrors nowadays are used as artwork. Tip number 6, curtains. While choosing curtains, some details are a must. It is very important to know the perfect place where the rod should be hung in your home. It is usually 2/3 of the space between your window and the ceiling, and the rod should be wide enough so when the curtain is open, it is gathered around the window and not on it, making it look smaller. Also, it is very important to have the perfect curtain length and never hang them wrinkled. Tip number 7, large-scale artwork. As you might have noticed, in every luxurious space or home, there is one thing in common at least, which is the presence of a large-scale artwork. Effectively, while going for an oversized artwork, it will automatically give a high-end, luxurious, and rich look. If you can't afford large-scale artwork, you can always go to thrift shops in which you will find them at a lower cost, or even DIY it at home. Tip number 8, shop duplicates. Well, here's a tip to all of you. Sometimes we fall in love with a designer's furniture or item, but we cannot afford it. Therefore, we can go to some places where they sell duplicates at a much lower cost. We can always go for the same look at a cheaper price and no one will ever know. Tip number 9, mix textures. High-end houses tend to always mix textures. As example, when looking at the living rooms, the sofas and the throw pillows are never in the same texture, neither the same color. And these throw pillows themselves are never with the same pattern or texture. As for the dining rooms, they always use different textures and different materials for their tables and chairs. Going to bedrooms, beds often come with a double duvet, one which is flat and the other one which is in different texture and color, which will have a huge impact and give a bold statement to the room. Tip number 10, upgrade your hardware. You know how in each place you move to or each space you design, you have the same stainless steel or aluminum hardware? Well, get rid of them. To have a high-end, luxurious look, you can always go for matte hardware. And you can choose the black matte hardware or the rose gold hardware for a huge impact. And if you're not willing to pay to have new hardware, you can always spray the ones you have at home. Tip number 11, use big rugs. As cited in my previous videos, it is very important to have the perfect rug size for your interior in order to achieve this high-end, luxurious look you are willing. So it is very important to have a large rug in order to hold all the furniture, or at least the front legs of all your furniture. Tip number 12, ditch artificial plants and flowers. No matter how hard you try, artificial plants will eventually show. And guess what? They will give your house a cheaper look. And in case you don't have flowers or plants in your interior, make sure to add some in order to bring some life and color to your space. Tip number 13, use candles and scents. Interior design is a mix between art, feelings, and science. So it is important that all our senses would be involved in our design. And since the smell is the most powerful link to our emotions and feelings, interior design would never be completed in the absence of scents and perfumes. And finally, lighting a candle at the end of the day has the power to create an ambience and mood, as well as give coziness and classiness to the place. So this is it for today. I really hope you guys liked my video. If you did, press the like button. And if you wish to know more about interior design, make sure to subscribe to my channel. See you soon.